Presentation in association with all WNY News Radio. It's another week of the Nick and Dan Show, Season 2, bitches! Starring your hosts, Nick, and that lovable motherfucker, Dan. Not to mention myself, Carl Winslow. And featuring Think So Joe.
Yeah, bro, all up in today's episode, co-host Carl Winslow takes a spot on the casting couch to talk to the boys about what he's been up to behind the scenes. It's raunchy, insulting fun with Carl. Then, Scott and Jason from Seven Faces join in on the fun to talk musical memories, the status of the industry, and food, plus a performance from Seven Faces. Ready? Here we go.
Now, the Triceratops sees her and approaches very slowly. And all of a sudden, 3 pages later, there's 3 horns involved. If you want to know more, boys, you're going to have to read it.
I feel like I need to wash my hands.
I don't think I want to read that.
I don't think I want to read it either.
Carl, I'm afraid that the mysteries are going to have to remain a mystery to us. Whatever, you don't know what you're fucking missing. I'm glad about that, actually.
Yeah, I think that would be a book that does not have something for me in particular.
Well, you won't know until you fucking read it. I'm willing to leave that out there.
Yeah, I would, I'm going to advise against that one.
I'm going to drink that memory away.
Yeah, I'll join you.
So you're back to writing, Carl. All the other things aside, and now mental and emotional scarring that I've just received.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. What else? You said there's 17 books. You got anything else in the works right now? Well, I'm working on a crossover with the Velociraptor Nest and Fabio. Now, Fabio's management has been a little bit less than willing to work with me, but I know the man himself is a huge fan. I've got fan letters covering my desk from him. He loves Dino Erotica. Again, Fabio loves Dino Erotica.
So what we're going to need from you guys at home is to hashtag Fabio loves Dino Erotica on Twitter and see what happens.
This could only lead to us getting sued.
We are now under a parent corporation that is an LLC, so I think we're fine.
Send your hate mail to 1625 Buffalo Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York, care of Scott Leffler.
I'm
Sorry,
sure
Scott.
He'll be happy with that.
I don't care. I don't fucking care either.
Nobody asked you, Carl.
I mean, he's kind of part of this. That's right, I'm fucking part of this. Technically, I'm a co-host. I mean, if anything, we're the hosts, and he's the co-host.
I guess.
So what would that make the minions? They're obviously the co-host of the co-host, dumbass.
I didn't know that was a position.
That makes sense.
Just based on how he acquired them, I'd assume they would have the position of key grip.
I mean, it's plausible. Oh, I can't believe you came up with that one. Look at you, you sharp bastard.
God damn it, Carl. I'm just starting to feel good about myself, god damn it. Now you got me sad.
Are you fucking crying? Are you fucking serious? There's no fucking crying here, you goddamn pansy.
That's right.
Take that masculine beard, wipe off your fucking pansy eyes, and stop it.
I'm sorry, Carl. That's right. There's no crying and rocking. What the fuck?
I'm helping.
No.
I'm helping.
Oh, that God made my face itch.
Good. Don't cry.
I'm not crying.
That's right, you're not crying.
There's no crying in rock and roll.
So, Carl. So, Carl, what else is going on lately? Anything good? Anything good at all? No, not really. I pretty much sit here in the fucking office all the time when you assholes aren't here. I know, Nick, you've been wondering where all the beer's been going. Well, it's been going to me, because it's my beer. When you leave, it's my beer. I thought we had to talk about this last season.
I thought we did too. That's why I kept the lock on the mini fridge.
I mean, we only gotta talk to Scott.
Eh.
Alexa, add lock for the fridge to my shopping list.
I've put lock for the fridge on your shopping list.
Excellent.
Nice.
There you go, Carl. No more beer for you. Oh, you say that now. Don't worry. My minions will make sure that Scott gives me the key for the beer fridge.
Well, I mean, Scott does bring home hotel beer every now and then.
And dude, what are those minions doing?
I have no idea. I've been trying not to pay attention.
Right, they kind of freak me out a little bit.
A little bit. That one eye just staring up at you.
Is any part of you wondering where those horns have been with Carl?
Don't want to think about it.
No.
Because there's not a hole on his body, so...
I mean, actually, there's a bunch of holes on his body.
Well, yeah, he's all bone, but I have...
So are we not doing phrasing anymore?
No, we're not doing phrasing anymore.
Seriously?
We're just going to skip right over that like it never happened.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, man.
So, Carl, you sit in the fucking office all day. Yup. You drink beer all day. Yup. You don't pay for the fucking beer. Yup. So you're saying you got it pretty sweet right now. No, I gotta hang out with you two fucking idiots every week.
Wow.
He's not wrong.
He's not, but at the same time, he's the one that wanted to have a part in the show.
I think we more or less just kind of put him there.
No, he was complaining that he never got a chance to come on the show.
Oh, was I drunk when we had this conversation?
I think so.
You were absolutely drunk. You're always drunk. Not always. Only most of the time.
Mostly all the time.
Isn't that what I said?
Sure.
See? Mostly.
All of the time.
What he said. Carl, it's always great to have you on the Nick and Dan show. I'm not going to lie. You always do bring us a couple of good fucking laughs. What's next for Carl Winslow? Well, boys, I know that some people, they get to a certain point in their writing career, and they decide to just call it a day. I'm not. You're not getting rid of me ever. I know I kind of burned through my candle back in the 80s, but now, boys, I'm back stronger than ever. Rock hard like a bone. Oh, seriously, are we not doing phrasing anymore?
No, I don't.
Please.
I don't think we're doing phrasing anymore.
Please.
All right.
Phrasing! Phrasing! So you're not going all without a fight is what you're saying. No, I'm here for the long haul. I got at least 300 more books stored inside of me.
Oh, good Christ.
Ooh, that doesn't sound comfortable. Not like that, you fuckface.
You do write erotica, Carl, so...
I mean, and you've hung out with us enough, you really need to know that this kind of shit's coming.
You would think.
Oh, you have no idea what type of shit's coming, boys. Just wait. All of you wait. Because soon, one day, Carl Winslow is going to be a household name. And not just because of a stupid TV show.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the household name and the little red circles under sex offender.
That's what I always figured was going to happen with him.
You know, he's going to be on a list. It's not going to be an esteemed list.
No, I mean, does picking up small fuzzy creatures for the purpose of sex? I never said it was for the purpose of sex.
Actually, you just bought their company. I'm sorry.
That just happens to happen. And again, no money has exchanged hands.
Do they have hands, Carl?
Yes, they have hands. You should see what they can do with them.
I'm good.
No. I mean, come on. Hey, no. Come here for a second. Come here. No. This interview is over. It's over.
Done.
Carl, great to have you. We'll see you again soon.
Bye. I gotta wash my hands.
Come on down to Dan and Nick's Used Guitar Emporium, where you'll find the weirdest shit. I mean, seriously, what the fuck? Need a guitar that's caught fire?
They got it.
Instrument, something to shoot on.
We got it.
That guitar looks like it has double horns.
Got one of those.
Stuffed with green strings.
We got that too.
We know what we're doing.
What's this one do again?
Need a 2-string bass?
Son of a bitch, we got that as well.
Need knobs and dialies.
Not sure what it is, but we got one of those too.
And stickers everywhere.
I mean, I don't know if you want it, but we've got it.
Dan and Nick's used guitar emporium. We're completely lost. All right, enough about me. Now Seven Faces.
Okay, well, quick money. I go to his apartment. He's got immaculately clean, like sterile freaking, like that one billionaire Howard Hughes or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
His
yeah.
apartment's freaking immaculate clean. He's got it like behind us the keyboard on a rack. And he's got like a cello and a violin and this guitar open on a keyboard stand. Everything polished on it with the paperwork. He needed quick money. I looked at it, looked around his place. I shut the case and gave him the money and walked out. So, yeah, it was,
Right, yeah, you look at it like, everything here is in immaculate condition. I think I'm safe here.
He bought it in Chicago. He moved here from Chicago. He's in, I don't want to say he's in the Buffalo Philharmonic. He's in some big music group.
Okay.
Trying to learn how to play guitar. Didn't have the dexterity for it.
Gotcha.
Even though there's a cello and the violin. It's
Right.
different string arrangement, whatever.
Some people are just like that, man.
It was a really creepy vibe walking in there, too.
I can
Because he
imagine.
locked the downstairs door behind us. This is an upper apartment.
Yeah.
Brings me in. He's this guy, white hair guy, probably 60 years old, real trim. Locks the door behind him, takes me up the stairs, ushers me in, and locks his upstairs door. Deadbolt, bottom chain.
I've seen horror movies that start out like
And you're like, this is it. This is where I'm going to
Now
go.
I'm looking for the window. And he's making a mental note. Man.
I had a similar situation. I just bought a snarling dog swa off of Facebook Marketplace. Same thing. Roll up at this house in Buffalo. Dude just moved here. You know, and it's me and one other dude that showed up to this guy's house. So I was like, what the fuck? You're trying to sell this to both of us?
Mm.
You know, so he opens the door. He goes, okay, so you're here for the amp and you're here for the pedal. I was like, yeah. And the fucking guy goes like, no, the posting said that the pedal comes with it. You know, he's confusing a foot switch for like
all right,
You know, so there's 15 minutes of this awkward fucking conversation. But same thing, like he ushers us both in the house, and he's a small cat, you know, locks the door, goes upstairs, has this dude try out the amplifier real quick. He goes, all right, cool, you know, I'll take it. Lets him out, and he just leaves me in the fucking room. There's like a Marshall stack, a fucking Les Paul's. Like, it's nothing to take this dude out and just go down the stairs with this fucking Marshall stack.
Maybe he locked you in. There was no way to unlock from the inside.
I have no idea.
I
I was there to buy a $20 fucking pedal that he said something was wrong with, and it's perfectly fine.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. What did you say ended up being the issue with it?
He said there was no battery in it, and the frequencies were bad. But when I went there, he had it plugged in to like a one-spot
All right.
thing. You know, so I was like, all right, well, you know, fuck it. I know a guy who builds pedals. If I can get it home, if the chassis is good, fuck it, we'll figure something out. So I get it home and I pop the cover up. He's got the battery still in it that's about to explode.
Oh,
So it was, yeah, it was trying to get power from both the battery and the line in.
You ever see the inside of an 9-volt battery?
It's
4 double A's.
yeah.
Yep.
Did you know that?
No.
Triple A's. It's 4 triple A batteries.
Oh, really?
It's just 2 and 2.
Yeah, they're just fucking taped up. But yeah, I fucking
Or
pulled
is
that
it
out.
6?
No, that's 4.
4.
Yeah.
It would be a square then, wouldn't it? It's not a square. It's a rectangle.
True.
Maybe it's 6.
Could be six.
Then it's going to be too wide.
What if they're quadruple A's?
It could be.
Ooh.
It could be 3 triple A's. Or quadruple A's.
So we know for sure that it's not a D-cell.
It's definitely not.
All right. Does anything even use a D-cell anymore?
I got a tie rack in my closet.
Those are those big guys, right?
Yeah, those are the big fucking you used to like power your boombox with.
Yeah.
Kids' toys do.
All right.
Like the Bop It.
Oh, Bob it.
That was big in our house for a while.
Fucking bop it, man.
Fuck
We
yeah.
had 2 versions of it.
Really?
Yeah. There was one that,
One that's like a steering wheel type of thing.
there's that one, and then there's one that's like a wand.
I remember the
that's
wand.
that's like the original one.
Yeah, I definitely remember the wand.
Yeah.
What was the other one? The Simon Says.
I was just gonna
Well,
say,
it was just Simon.
Oh,
With the
yeah.
4 colors.
Yeah.
Bop It's replaced Simon because Simon was too outdated.
Yeah.
$4. Kids today.
Simon's still awesome.
I want to twist
That's some memory, like that's some hardcore memory
Yeah.
shit. Like when you're going for a little bit, those sequences are like fucking 20, 30 fucking patterns
Yeah.
long. It's like,
And they're going quick, too.
right, it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Especially when you're 6 or deep.
Right. Shit gets difficult.
Sometimes you can't even get started.
Yeah.
Oh, you're there.
Red, green, red, green, yellow, red, green.
Shit.
Story of my fucking life.
We played a drinking game with Simon one time.
Really?
I bet
Shit
so.
faced in like 6
I
minutes.
bet.
You can be anything, can't you?
Oh, yeah.
You can. I make a drinking game out of life.
I mean, we were already half in the bag, to be honest, when we started. When we came up with the idea, but yeah, it was bad.
How do we keep this going? So you guys play in March?
Mm-hmm.
Is there an ad up?
Yeah.
What's that?
In fact, I think I've got a post promoted right now on Facebook, actually.
Is it like a little video that you got?
Oh, yeah, we got the
Oh,
video,
that's-
too,
yeah,
for
that's-
the CD release in
Yeah,
June.
alright, yeah. I like that. That's a nice
Is your
looking
second
video.
CD?
First,
First.
well, kind of our second, because we had that 3-track EP we were riding off of
In
for a
that
while.
case, kind of our third.
Oh, yeah, third, because we got the acoustic album, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Forgot about that.
See, we're going the opposite way. We did 2 full-length albums. Right now we're working on our third length, full length.
Mhm.
We're using 3 studios.
No shit.
Really?
This third full length is 3 studios. We started out with Dave St. Ange. He did the first 3 songs.
I like Dave.
He did our first 2 full-length CDs.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't want to recreate the third same album. Not that Dave couldn't make it sound different.
Right.
It's just he did the first 2.
But even with those 2 albums, they both got a different feel to them. Though.
Yeah.
And you hope so. It's what you always go for.
Mm-hmm.
So you move on to the third CD, and I don't know who came up with the idea.
Yeah, there's something about just 3, keeping that idea of 3. All that third CD, 3 tracks at 3
Right.
different studios.
And Rob was talking historically. Zeppelin did it. You did another band.
Oh, yeah, some other big. Like, even Foo Fighters just did that one, like, on Sonic Highway. They would record a different song at a different
Yep.
Over.
Yeah,
recording
different
studio.
song, different
Just to-
studio each time.
Yeah, that's a little bit more of, like, well-known studios trying them out. But,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's nice getting a little variation of, you know, the different studios, seeing what different people have, different
Right.
ideas and all that shit.
And that's it too. You got a different producer. You got a different guy pulling. You get to know your producer if you've worked with them for a couple hours.
Mhm.
And not that it gets mundane or stale, but you're reading his mind. He's reading your mind.
Mhm.
Things almost seem predestined without sounding corny.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're working now. We got Vile Benediction, Shredley Studios. He did 3, and then of course Doug White.
Ah,
Nice.
He's doing
Yeah,
the
he's
3
doing the
we're
last,
doing.
yeah, the 3 that we're working on right now.
nice.
So there's going to be a 9-songer, 3, 3, and 3 for the third album.
Right.
And the album will
Good.
be called 3 something or another.
I just
Rob
like
had
3.
an
I
idea.
just like 3 Roman numerals.
Hell
Three.
yeah, man.
7 faces. 3.
Hell yeah. When's that slated
We'll
to
see.
come out?
We're on the last 3 now.
Yeah.
Hopefully
We tracked Saturday.
by fall at the late. I don't know.
I think we're looking for fall.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
fall.
We've already got drum tracks down. That's all
Yeah.
we've got on the last 3.
Nice, man.
And your concern going into it is obviously having too much differentiation.
Yeah.
He's a
Mhm.
huge sound guy. They all have their way. And all these guys are pros. So it should come out pretty even.
Right.
But we have that fear that it could be way out of whack. But we're going to be there mixing it down as a band. We're going to know, right? You got your take home, listening to the car,
Mm-hmm.
listening in the house.
Yep.
Everything in the studio sounds a certain way. Put it in your car and that's
Oh.
not what I just heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like I know when we were recording our album, when
It's
the
kinda
final
the same way we did ours.
when the
Just-
final mixes for all 9 tracks were done, dude, I probably listened to that fucking album 200-300 times.
Yep.
To the point where I can't listen to it anymore.
Yeah, right.
I've gotten sick of my own fucking songs.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love playing them, but it's like
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't sit there and listen to them anymore.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You just put it on fucking, just run it through. in your
Isn't it
headphones
amazing
or
how good
Yeah.
you play it after listening to it 200 or 300 times?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
In fact, we
It's
found
autopilot.
we've found ourselves during practices now where we're emulating the album version as opposed to the regular live version. Because we play live, we like to have some fun with the structure. We'll do random dropouts in the middle of a song, draw a part out, change the timing a little bit, but now we find ourselves like, oh wait, no, that's how it is on the fucking album. That's how we're gonna do it.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it isn't. I still like having that little bit of spontaneity here and there.
Yeah. It's good to have that distinction, because if somebody wanted to see what album was on the album, buy the fucking album.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right.
This is how we play it live.
Right.
It's going to sound like what's on the album, but we're going to have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know?
That and you're playing those songs freaking all the damn time, so you need, for your own sanity, to switch it up a little bit.
Dude.
Yes.
I don't think we had this situation yesterday in one of our newer tunes. We've been playing it over a year. And we're having Rob, our lead guitar player, does backups in all the choruses of the song. And suddenly after a year, I decided I was going to start changing it because I realized that if I play the song later in practice, I get the throat, you get fried, and I can't hit that note that I want to hit in that verse. So when I do that, I stick it up his ass because now he's going to do his part, and you get your synchronous or whatever the term is when you're picking the same note, unison.
Mm-hmm.
What do you use? He said, sounds assy.
Yeah, it sounds assy. Yeah.
You're the one, I had it in my head that okay, I'm not going to hit the high, but I'll hit the middle, and Rob's taking the low. But in my head, my middle was really his low. So I ended up in unison, but. So then it's funny how things work like that. And then you start structuring your set around the song, Some songs are easier to sing than others.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's the damn truth.
And even if a lot of it's hollering, it's still, you gotta have your throat. You gotta holler.
Yeah, I gotta give it up to you guys that are singing. I couldn't do that the whole show.
Right, I do backup vocals.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I do what you do, I come in with that fucking growly whatever, and sometimes it's like, just, yeah, damn.
Jake's half and half now, man. A lot of our newer stuff, he's
I'm doing a lot more
singing.
Yeah.
None of it's real singy.
No.
It's more, it's backing vocals, to kind of fill out the sound a little bit.
It's just, it's too, the lead vocals are, a lot of it ends up being hollering too, It ain't screamo. It's like this metalcore.
But you're not sitting there singing like Frank Sinatra either. With these clean, straight on notes. Like, no, sometimes
you got a couple oohs and ah parts.
Oh yeah, I like my oohs and ahs.
Shorty song, right?
Just
to throw off, just throw you off. So getting back to what you guys started out doing, your singles and EPs. That's gonna be our next kind of mode here. We got the 3 full lengthers, and we can. Everybody's doing it today. If you're not doing it, you're behind the 8 ball. Just do a single and get it out there. Do a single and get it out there.
Yeah, some of these songs we've been playing for like a year and a half, almost 2 years, and they're just coming out on CD.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, want to get stuff out there quicker.
Yeah.
You go in to record a single, you put it out there, because everybody, who buys CDs anymore?
Right.
Right. We feel like we've accomplished what we wanted to. We got 2, 3, working on 3 full CDs. Now we can get with the game with everybody else. It's how you stay relevant. Put out new stuff.
Right.
I'm a little nostalgic like that. Like I remember when a guy used to be judged, his manhood used to be judged by the size of his CD book.
Right.
Plus, if I'm paying money for something, I like to have the physical.
I like some like the whole. I still love CDs, but I hated that places are getting rid of their CD selection.
I agree.
It's just the way it is today. Everybody's Spotify.
Right, everybody's moving over into digital. I mean, fuck you. I fought it for the longest time, but for our upcoming album, even the 3-track EP I was working on before I got here, it's going to be up on iTunes and Spotify and everything. I fought against it for so long, but
if you're not doing it, you're behind the 8 ball because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah. And I finally came out, I forget who the fuck put it to me, but I was like, you're right. If you're not, you're really limiting your audience to right here. Whoever's right there in the immediate moment, or the people you interact with daily, like, oh, dude, you've got a CD? I mean, I got I'll buy one off you.
Yeah.
You're real limiting yourself. Well, I mean, I know we've got fans that follow us on, like, Facebook, Reverb Nation, all over the fucking country and all over the world. they have no way to get our CD. Like, we put it out there, like, if you want one, direct message us and we'll, mail you one, you pay through. But nobody ever fucking does that because that requires multiple steps and some ambition. People don't, they just want, click, got it.
Instant gratification. That's the world today, man. We're a click away from everything.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I had one guy do that. He was out in Rochester.
Sickening, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I fucking loathe it. This instant gratification
Same
bullshit.
with Christmas. Look at Christmas. Amazon.
Right.
You cut down 12 hours of Christmas shopping. You're doing it during commercial breaks during The Walking Dead. And those 5 things you can't find on Amazon, you go to the store. So now your 12 hours is down to that 1 or 2 hours.
Yep. Absolutely. It takes away a little bit of the thought and meaningfulness of it a little bit.
Isn't that the world today?
That's why Toys R Us is going out of business.
Right?
Dude, I heard about that today. It's kind of sad.
Wait, what?
And Toys R Us are going out of business.
No shit.
They're closing up.
Dude, that's where like most of my Nintendo video games came from.
Yeah,
Just
right.
go around the aisle with the fucking flips.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the cover. What? Oh yeah, they still got a few copies. You grab the slip, you bring it up to the freaking counter, and they grab it for you.
Yeah,
dude.
Who killed them?
Just fucking the internet, probably, man. They just can't compete. People aren't going out to stores as much. Hell, the fucking malls. Boulevard Mall, you go in there, it's like
It's ghost town.
Ghost town store-wise.
Right. I know. I was in there about 2 months ago, and it almost reminded me of the old Summit Mall in the Falls in Wheatfield when it started going under. You walk around like empty storefront, empty. Something being like retrofitted for some half-ass bullshit. Empty.
Another tanning salon.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's the Summit Mall got left? JCPenney on one and Bonton on the other?
I think that's it. And then Save-A-Lot in the middle where...
Save-A-Lot's not there anymore.
No?
No.
Oh. That might be it.
JCPenney's even. It's a Bonton on one side and
Sears.
what is left of Sears.
That's right, JCPenney's not there anymore.
I was in there probably a month or 2 ago. You know, that used to be my thing. I'd spend a Saturday in the tool section of Sears.
Right, yeah.
And just, it's sad, man. It's fucking sad. They have like an aisle of shop vacs and like a wrench here or there. You know?
Look at downtown Niagara Falls, though.
Yeah.
Downtown, but factory outlets. It's still a hopping mall.
Oh, yeah, that still is a factory.
It is.
People come from around to go to that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we always go now. They got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Boulevard Mall is a lot of empty stores, and it's a lot of walking.
Well, I mean, the thing is, they took it. They pretty much. I actually noticed it when the outlet mall started to really build out. I started noticing the Boulevard Mall slowing down because it's closer for the Canadians.
All right, yeah.
And they really,
That's half their business.
Yep.
Yep.
Are you looking for your next amplifier? Are you trying to redefine your sound? Do you need that piece of equipment to complement your amazing guitar playing? Well, look no further. Bison Electronics has what you need. Look up Bison Electronics online. Handmade from the ground up in Buffalo, New York.
So with reusing 3 studios, 3 different producers, you mix it up with the guitar sounds too. We're using 4 to 6 guitars.
Okay.
3 or 4 different amplifiers.
Nice.
Always tube amps, obviously. But Rob just bought an Angle last year, which is a beast of an amp.
Yeah, you got that hot rodded too, didn't you?
And everything Robert has is modified.
Yeah.
He's got his Jackson, and I don't know the whole history on that brand name Jackson. I guess it's the guy who worked for Marshall or a huge part of Marshall's.
Something like that.
Marshall's engineering side of it. Whoever that man was back in the day went out and offshot, and his last name must be Jackson. Maybe
That makes sense.
Don't
fact check this shit.
Also modded. He goes out to the guy out by the Finger Lakes there. I wish I could think of his name. I guess it doesn't matter for a plug. The guy doesn't do the average Joe anymore.
Right.
He's always on. He's either on tour or he's doing AC/DC or Def Leppard or Satriani or who, I mean, he's doing like all these big name mods is enough to keep this guy more than busy. Rob's known for a long time. A lot of his sound was, he's developed with this guy, or learned from this guy, and developing his own sound. It's a lot of uniqueness in our sound comes from just the little tweaks and mods that Rob brought in.
Yeah.
And I found myself, I just have a Mesa, to go with the Mesa sound.
Right.
But the sound I had is completely different than it is today because of Rob. I ended up trying to meet him in the middle with it's a little bit more of a MIDI and mid-range
We had
sound.
to do that with our other guitar player, Luke, too. And we had to find his balance because we noticed the recordings for the first couple of shows that we played out, he kind of got lost in the mix, you know.
His frequency?
Yeah.
He's
And
got
then all of a
smooth
sudden he
sound.
came out more like a buzzsaw.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, we
His
got.
problem, too, like, he's a good guitar player, but he didn't really know anything about, like, the gear aspect of it. So for years, he was
This is
playing out
true.
of a bass head,
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
you know,
Oh,
which,
shit.
if you're the only guitar player in a band, I guess can kind of work.
Yeah.
You know, but it didn't have the frequencies that he needed to cut through,
Yeah.
you know, the wall of sound.
It's an adventure.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
You want to have every band should subscribe to the theory that your room sound is so dialed into a point where when you go out and play out, the best sound guy in Buffalo or any town for that matter can put a mic in front of your cab and he doesn't have to do anything but hit his board.
Exactly.
The sound is already there.
Mm-hmm.
And we try to that's our aim all the time. And we're crusty and old now, so our sound is dialed in. But we make sound. The sound guys get a break.
Right.
We're not over fancy. You know, we don't have big rack systems. We got a couple higher end half stacks that are dialed in. Jay's tweaked his sound 2 or 3 times over the years, but it's just plug and play.
Yep.
Now, Jay, talking about your sound, man, was that something that you stumbled upon by accident? Because I've been chasing that, like, guttural, kind of, your sound is very reminiscent of, like, Ryan Martini from Mudvayne.
All right.
You know, it's got that,
Yeah,
that growly, sort of
yeah.
snarly, guttural
And
sound to it.
like, I don't know, it just kind of, I kind of just stumbled into it. Just something that I like. I like something that's a little bit, actually, Scott, you kind of like me having more punch into it, so that kind of helped.
Yeah.
So I turned the treble a little bit up, and then, I don't know, I just kind of fell into it.
Gotcha.
I also like kind of more trebly bass, like Claypool's like, Les Claypool's like my idol when it comes to bass, and he's got a really trebly bass, and like,
Yeah.
so like I kind of try to emulate that a little bit, but also throw my own thing, because I also like some nice low end and shit.
I noticed that.
There's a drive here. I mean, you got how many bands do you hear recording live? Doesn't matter. The bass player is buried.
Yeah. They're like non-existent.
9 out of 10 people don't even know they know that somebody's playing a bass, but they can't hear it.
Right.
They can't pick it out.
Exactly.
So going back our second album, we really focused on.
Yeah.
I want to hear a third guitar here, and that's the bass. We want to hear notes. We want to hear a bass note. Because we're a 4-piece band. There's 3 strings and a set of drums.
Right.
We want to hear all 3 instruments.
It's also just been throughout our CDs, you could just kind of hear the evolution of us. The first CD was like, I don't know, it was really rushed. We started up, and then we went into the studio, like,
We had a
6
maniacal
months- 6 months after.
drummer.
Yeah.
We had Chuck, our drummer, Jay's getting that. We wrote that CD fast, and we recorded it fast.
Yeah.
It's a tight disc, though, man.
We had, it was us 2 and a drummer. Rob joined the band halfway through that first disc.
Okay.
Yeah. We had a few songs recorded, and he had to go over and lay out and do the doubles for the
We had
guitar
6.
and lay out some.
Yeah, that album came out quick. Because I remember, like, I first heard your guys' name, and then all of a sudden you guys were out with the CD and everything. I'm like, damn, they move fast.
Yeah. And some of the songs were like,
Not what we record today.
yeah. We don't really play some of those style of songs, but it's like, all right, we got a song. All right, that's next on the CD listing. But,
You want to be able to overwrite and record your favorites, right?
Yeah.
But that was
perfect world.
At first, it was like us wanting to get out to record a CD, and like that was us like starting to try and find our sound. Like by the end of it, like the last 2 songs that we wrote was Charlie and Red Lights, and those ones are the ones that we
still
play all the time today.
9 years later.
So that was
still
us
playing.
finding our sound. The second CD is us. I think we found our sound, and we're trying to hone it and work together. And then this next one is, I think we kind of honed it pretty good, and we're just now is like the next step, just really
You take this
letting that ride. And,
this third CD, like you're saying, it definitely, we found our whole spectrum.
yeah.
We got a style from one edge to the other. I mean, this third CD is our whole range of what Seven Faces has been over the years.
Yeah.
We got a couple songs that sound like the first disc, a couple of songs that would fit on the second disc if we wanted them to, and then a few that sound like it's like 30 Southern metal.
Yeah.
Because it
Like
don't seem like they'd fit, but because of our plan
Yeah.
and in the range that we set with our plan with the different producers, it's all going to mold together. And that was the idea
It's
here.
just natural evolution, too, though.
And it's a perfect progression because we got the third CD. We got that big range we're talking about here.
Hell yeah.
And now we can go single, 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 and it's established who we are from the other 3 CDs. If you don't have them, you don't have them, whatever.
Right.
You know. But if you know who Seven Faces is and you've learned and you've seen or witnessed any part of that evolution, which every band in Buffalo we played with knows it as good as we do.
I've probably played with you guys at least under 3 monikers. 3 different fucking bands I've played on shows with you guys over the years.
Yeah, you're a get around, aren't you, man?
You've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah. I won't even tell you how long
I
I've
don't
been
know.
embarrassing.
The key thing is that you're still playing.
Yep.
That's the most important thing about
I
it.
mean, I've been doing it for a long time, and I'm the baby in the room, so.
There's no return. There's no monetary return. And too many people go out with that. They're going into it with that. It's like a waitress in L.A., right?
Yeah,
Exactly. Everybody coming in to order their food at Denny's, she's telling them how she's going to acting school and this is her temporary job.
Yeah.
We all do this for the love of it. And a lot of bands hate that, the bands that take it serious.
Yeah.
And there was a couple that'll remain unnamed that hate when you tell them this is a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
They hate it because there's a couple bands that they're not a band anymore, but they were for a really long time. They worked their fucking asses off.
Yeah.
And their material was phenomenal. They're better than a lot of shit bands that were in their era and in their style. They didn't make it for whatever reason. So it pisses them off when you say hobby, when you worked so hard, only to have the door shut. And they were right there. They're 2 feet in the door and their hand was still on the handle.
Right.
Didn't make it, and it hurts me for them to have gone that far. And
Right. That's gotta be a hit to the ego.
But I mean, at the same time, it's all you're
Yeah, wow.
chasing that drug. And there's no better feeling, or even just like chasing a dragon sort of feeling, is just being on stage, having people be there, wanting to listen to what you have to say, what you have to play.
Even if people aren't there, I don't fucking.
Yeah.
I'm on stage with the guitar in my hand. I'm singing my fucking tunes.
notice that about you, dude.
Yeah.
You're a freaking beast, man.
It doesn't. I can play. I've played to Barstaff. I've played to 2000. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be out there doing what I think is the only thing I know how to do right. I mean, I've been playing out since '95. This is the only fucking thing I know how to do at this point, and that's all I want. And if somebody's willing to occasionally throw me $10 for something I would have done for fucking free in my living room,
I love hearing that, man.
that's
We
that's
look
the
at-
be all end all.
We all say the same thing. We're moving practice, right?
Yeah, that's the be all end all. I'm on stage. I'm having fun. I'm playing some tunes.
It definitely shows that you always look like you're having a fucking blast.
Oh, you won't see me on stage scowling. There's always a fucking smile from ear to ear.
Yeah,
I couldn't be in one of those serious bands where everybody looks angry. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
A Norwegian death metal band.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
couldn't do it.
a lot of the metalcore bands are like that.
Yeah.
It's just their moniker. It's their MO.
Right, and I get, but there's still a certain way to, show like you're enjoying. You don't have to be smiling ear to ear.
Yeah,
but
but-
so many bands I watch nowadays, they just stand there.
Take themselves too
They
serious.
stand there, they don't do it. It's all about that perfect precision, and
Yeah.
they're staring at their fingers, making sure they hit every note. No, there's other people in the room.
it's-
Interact.
Yeah, you get that separation there. It's,
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like I've
You don't
seen
connect.
metalcore bands where they're not all about just perfect, they're making eye contact with people. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got a fucking angry look on their face, but they got that eye contact.
Yeah.
They're moving
You
around.
gotta have it, man.
They're stomping, owning that fucking stage. They're not just owning the 3 feet perimeter that they found themselves in when the lights came up and they started playing.
You just made me think of a story. 150 years ago.
150 years ago.
One of my first shows, like not high school shows, this is how far back I'm going here. There was a band called Cheshire Cat. And the drummer of Cheshire Cat, his name is Ryan Boyle. This was a phenomenal band going back in 150 years ago. It was the 90s, early 90s. Anywho, I was going to play one of my first non-talent show, high school shows.
Gotcha.
And you just said, look like you're having fun. You gotta look at, you gotta make eye contact. You gotta get around the room. He says, whatever you do, don't look at anybody in the eyes because they could be making a face like they're smelling poop. or it's just gonna make you fuck up, man, and you're gonna lose your concentration. Always look at their forehead. Look above their eyes. They'll think you're looking right at them. You look above their eyes. They could be making poop face all they want. You don't care because you're looking at the zit between their eyes. And sure as shit, that got me through that first gig. And you'll learn anyway, too. Going back 150 years ago. 1 or 2 songs into it, halfway through the first song, that all goes away. You're out there, and I'm to the point now where I feel exactly the same way 10 minutes before a show as I do 10 minutes after.
Right.
I don't care. I do this for me and my bandmates. I mean, we do it for each other. And that's one thing I'll say about this band. I mean, we are the original members, other than our drummer Chuck, who's, to us, he's an original member. He's been there for 2/3 of our history.
Yeah,
we all
about
do
5 years now.
The dedication is great, man. And we know we're going to go play shows that are always great. And some have been really good. We've had some really, really good shows, but Wednesday nights, Sunday afternoons, twice a week, that's the part we all carved out for each other. And all of our wives and significant others understand that we're dedicated to each other, and that time is and we'll drag 2 or 4, 3 or 4, 1 or 4, whatever, could be dragging our asses there that day, but we're doing it, man. We're gonna go and do it, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's other days everybody's into it. Other days nobody's into it. We do it as a matter of course, right? You gotta stay on track, gotta stay on course, get it done, man.
Absolutely.
And it's worked out well for us, man. It's how we're as tight as we. To do it for a living, 5 days a week, would be great, but I'll settle for 2. And dedication and teamwork and everybody working for each other,
That's how you got to do it, though, too. I mean, because you guys are fucking tight.
It's because I just told you, man.
No.
Going back 150 years.
And in case we haven't mentioned it yet,
Right.
we've got Scott and Jason from Seven Faces here. And actually, the fucking longevity of your band. I mean, nine fucking years as a active, moving fucking unit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we were talking before we started filming, you guys, 2 years for a band around here, you're fucking old. And you're right, because I've seen it throughout your bands. You see them, they're hitting hard, they're good, and then they're gone. Either they self-implode or they all lose interest, something else comes up. You just don't see bands around nowadays that stick it out for the long haul. And I know we've been talking about the immediate gratification kind of deal. People don't have that end game, the long term in mind. Let's just do this to have fucking fun.
Words right out of my mouth.
Right. Let's just do this to have fucking fun. If it goes somewhere,
great.
Awesome. But if it doesn't,
great.
Yeah, great. No problem.
Got me out of the house.
Right. I got a couple hours away from my fucking wife. Awesome. Terrific. She says thank you as well.
This is in my basement, so.
No, practicing is in the other guitarist's basement, so it gives us reprieve from our wives and whatnot.
That's an amazing thing, though. My wife. We're down to 4 kids in the house. There's a few dogs, 4 cats. But we rattle the house twice a week.
Yeah.
How many complaints have you ever heard?
None.
Zero, man. The support system from all of our families is just fantastic.
That's what you need, too. I mean, not only do you need the support from your immediate band members, just like you said, the immediate family support, too. You know, I mean, that just speaks volumes. It helps keep a band together.
There's the thing when it comes to music. You can deal with not having support from your family. You'll deal with it. You know, you'll have an argument later and get over it and move on. If your band, if there's four guys not supporting each other, it's not worth it.
Right.
Going back to what you were just talking about. And I probably sound cliche as fuck right now. I don't give a shit. We don't even talk about this as a band. 9 years we've never talked about this.
Yeah.
And here we are talking about it. You do it because you love it, man.
Right.
And if somebody is making it difficult, someone's an asshat, they're always arguing or blowing off practice or complaining about shows or not making money. We gotta make money. That ain't fun, man.
Right.
We've never had this problem, man.
No.
We've gotten lucky.
Right, real lucky.
You just said people lose interest,
That's
or
the thing about
one guy's got his eye on the prize over here, and another one don't care. I mean, the chemistry is everybody's got the same. It sounds like you guys are on that same same kind of level. Everybody's got the same focus, man. It's like, let's do this because we love it. Let's enjoy it. And things come up. People got shit to do. Real life happens.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And there's never a Jay blew off practice again or Chuck blew off practice again. Man, the drummer ain't been here in 3 days. It's never an issue. It's never even questioned.
Right, shit comes up.
That's what keeps it real and fun, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, plus we just like to fuck with each other. The whole goal on stage is to get each other to fuck up.
It's true.
Like our last show, I just veered right off and kicked the other guitarist right in the fucking chest. Right in the middle of the fucking... He looked at me, I was smiling, and I just reared right off and kicked him.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You know what? To his credit, he didn't miss a fucking beat either.
He saw you coming, man.
He kept going with that riff.
Like
Like when I'm on the wad doing a lead, he'll come up and try and kick my knee out. So there's been times where I've been on one knee trying to wah. Not that easy at all. It really sucks nuts.
My foot's been stuck in
on your
between his
back.
calf and his thigh. Because that's the only thing holding him up.
You look like an acrobat at times. You're on your back, you're on your front, you're on your side. You're kicking in circles.
That was all because he dropped his pick.
Yep. I dropped my pick. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to go with it. Gotta live in the moment.
He thought you were looking for your contact.
There was one show that you had a beer like right by your foot. I'm like,
You
never kicked it, but I was
talking about
he's
it.
gonna kick that.
He's gonna knock that over.
Kick that. It's
No,
right there.
It's a beer.
He's
Awareness.
flailing around. How is he doing
Awareness.
this?
Beer.
Be sure to check out today's guest, Seven Faces, on Facebook at facebook.com/Seven Faces, or look them up on YouTube by following the link above. Change forever. Blue December. Climb for something. Mind for nothing.
Well, it's one of the rules of Black Label Society. Thou shalt not spill thine beer.
True.
I just went to their show. Care of my drummer's free tickets.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, a few weeks ago, whatever it was.
Oh, at the
Monday night.
You're at the ballroom, right?
Well, Monday night, fucking packed, of course. Fucking Monday night. Imagine trying to get people to a show in Buffalo Monday night.
We've tried. It's not fucking fun.
Off topic. Zach Wilde, you sing in a band. I sing in a band. He's got 3 bottles of spray.
Okay.
180 degrees from his ass. Like there's monitors behind him.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, this guy gets a guitar every single song.
Oh, yeah.
All night.
Doyle was
No,
like that,
no
too.
2 songs.
Oh, yeah.
One guitar, 2 songs. Every. But what is this spray? Do you know?
It's
Chloracetine?
Is it chloroseptic or
think,
seed?
yeah.
well, it's either that or it's
Is this a known fact?
it could be either that
Our guitar players use it.
or Vocalese, which is it's like an herbal spray. Remember they used to
Kinda
sell
like
at
something.
Guitar Center that's supposed to help with the help keep your vocal cords from straining.
All right.
Well, goddamn.
Right? Learn something new.
Because I'm good for about 2/3 of any set. That's why we play the shitty songs last. We don't
You know what?
never go on a strong note because I'm shot.
You know what I've been doing? Because I have this
Chloracetine?
I think so.
Chloroseptic.
Chloroseptic.
Chloroseptic
Yeah,
or
that kinda-
vocally.
the chloroseptic
You know what
kinda
I've been
numbs
doing?
you.
Because I have the
Yeah.
same fucking problem, man. Like, about 2/3 of the way through the set, and he'll even tell you, I'm struggling at times.
Yeah.
I've actually been,
You gotta change it up. You gotta change the way you're singing, right?
oh yeah, sure.
Gee.
Sure!
You still trying to do it?
Oh, I still try to hammer it. And actually what I do now is,
Say I won't. I'll change it. I'll know. I'm getting there, and I gotta hit that note. No, I'll take the
No,
next.
he
I'll
won't.
take the next note
He
down.
won't. He'll squeak, and then when he comes to the choruses, he'll just back off the mic, and then we'll take it.
yeah, they do the gang vocals
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
that's why
But what
I
I've been
think
doing
so.
lately is, and it's been helping a little bit, is throat coat tea. Tastes like fucking hell, but it does. Like I usually keep it's called throat coat.
Throat coat.
Yep, throat coat tea.
Well, you
Right.
get
And I
coffee.
just
I
I literally just brew a cup and I've got it sitting there on stage and I'll sip it in between songs and stuff. And it actually does help out a lot.
150 years. I never know anything.
Yeah, AJ Orsey from
Yeah.
Detriment and everything. He and I thing is I knew about this. I had some at home, but he mentioned like, dude, you really. I know you're drinking like off stage, but you need to have it on stage with you
Yeah.
and take a sip in between every song. And I started doing that. It's been making a difference.
See, Rob, a guitar player, we all sing in the band. He says Gatorade. He
Yeah,
swears
it's got that
by,
little bit of sugar content to it, or
swears
whatever.
by Gatorade.
Yeah.
Now this is the guy that comes to practice with like 4 beverages.
Yeah, he's got a
He's got a coffee.
Yeah, he's got a Gatorade.
He's got a Gatorade,
And
and then he's got a little
the water bottle with like tea.
tea. He's got
Yeah.
a little brewery on his kitchen counter,
No shit.
and he'll make fresh tea, like
Okay.
tea, and put it in a bottle, and then maybe water. So you got coffee, you got tea, you got Gatorade.
I'm kind of like that too. Like I'll usually show up with a coffee and then my gallon jug of water.
Yeah, see, in
This
practice
guy
for me
pisses
is
every 7 minutes and 48 seconds.
For me, in practice, empty can of beer, half empty can of beer, full beer that I haven't cracked yet waiting.
See, I never pay attention, man. I'm just like can of pop, whatever, or beer.
Yeah, I mean, maybe water, but usually I don't have anything.
I
If I practice, I'm like, I sound like shit
Right.
today. I don't know why.
But yeah, man, that throat coat shit, you just get it right
Throat
at
coat.
right at Target in the tea section.
Yeah, it really has made a difference.
Huh.
I won't lie. Like, there's been a couple of shows where I've struggled, but as I sip it in between songs, it does make a difference. Like, not a huge amount, but enough to get me through the end of the set where I
That's all
still
you're trying
sound.
to do, right?
Yeah.
You gotta survive. You gotta get through, man.
Right?
Yeah.
So is
I
that
just
why
gotta
my,
scoot through the fucking other end.
so is that why my favorite cover song that you guys play is always in like the middle of the set?
Probably, maybe.
That's a big reason for that is to try to draw some people back in.
Okay.
It's like, all right,
You strategically place
Yeah,
it because
yeah,
you
it's
can't
like-
smoke in bars for the last 150 years.
yeah,
So
some people go
God.
for a smoke or
Wow.
So you play a cover, and watch what happens when you play a cover.
yeah, some
Yeah.
people.
It don't matter where you're playing or who you're playing with. You play 3 or 4 songs, you play a cover,
Yep.
and then you watch everybody drift again.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, I don't care what original act you are. If you're an original act in a room with 100 people, 110 people, and never seen you before,
Oh yeah.
and then there's another original act I've never seen, and another original act, put yourself in their position. Can you listen to 30 tunes you never heard in your life
Yeah.
all at once?
Yeah.
You can burn out, man.
Right. Well, it doesn't work because they don't know what they're listening for.
Right.
They don't know what it's supposed to be. They don't know
Right.
the words, so they can't fucking sing along.
Yeah.
Unless you got like a whole bunch of
Yeah.
Unless you got like a whole bunch of woes and ahs and some real repetitive choruses that are super simple.
Right.
It's hard for people to get into stuff. Like I love singing new bands,
Yeah.
but at the same time, after the third or fourth band that I've never heard of before, I start to have a hard time. It's like, I'm going to go out for a smoke, grab a beer. Hey, there's 3 people that I know. I'm going to talk to them, and now it's background noise.
Yeah. I've had shows that I've like kind of drifted off, and then I'll hear like them start to play a song, like a cool cover I know. I'm like, I gotta get up there.
Yeah.
I gotta fucking sing with them. Yes.
Yep.
Like
I need to let them know that I know the entire fucking. I know all the words, not just the chorus. I know all of them,
Exactly.
including the obscure, barely ever played fucking verse that's at the end. I know that too.
We've added a couple covers to our set
Yeah.
recently.
We don't like.
What landed you guys on the cover of Stereo?
Oh, stereo.
It's one of my
That's
favorite
Scott. Yeah, that's all
songs,
Scott. He used to
That's a
play
good
that in
song,
one of
too.
your own
I used to play in a cover band that I was with years ago. I'm actually in another cover band right now. We also play in that cover band right now. It's just one of them songs that's been hanging around for 150 years.
Gotcha.
The old Canadian standby.
Right.
You guys do a hell of a job with it, though, man.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Covers are tough, you know. It's mentally, because you pride yourself on being an original band.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cover band, because everybody, you should play this song. Your friend crew,
Mm-hmm.
you guys should cover this, you should cover that.
Yep.
And there's no shortage of cover suggestions.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yeah.
It's an ever-growing list.
All the time, people, like, or even if I'm out, like, Luke and I were out for karaoke the other week. We did fucking Carly Simon. And you have no idea how many fucking people that, dude, you guys should learn that one. Put that in the band rotation.
Just because it sounded good, you
Yeah.
should cover it.
Yeah.
You sang it
And it's like, it didn't even sound good. I listened to the fucking recording and I'm like, oh, that was rough. That was real
That's
rough.
just us drunk singing. That's not even bringing in guitars and drums.
Right.
Yeah,
Drunk
trying to
guitars
change
and
it.
drums, a lot different.
That's how the average Joe works, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They listen to music with no goggles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something, better way to explain this. They don't know when something's right. They know when it's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
They'll
Oh,
listen and they'll hear something's wrong. They don't know what it is. They just know something's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So they're very forgiving in that regard. So you can get away with a lot in a cover. You don't have to play a cover perfect.
No.
You can just make it
that
good.
out.
You
Yeah.
can make it good, right?
Your adaptation of.
I don't know. It depends on what cover you're playing.
This is true.
Sometimes
there are
you
certain
can
requirements.
some bands attempt to cover, and it's like,
Any signature part in a cover needs to be there.
Yeah, if you start playing For Whom the Bell Tolls on a guitar instead of the bass.
Yeah, that's a big one. I've
That
heard several
is.
bands trying to play that, and like, I don't know, if you're not doing it right, you're not gonna get.
Right, or like cover bands do fucking Skinner, Sweet Home Alabama. Unless you hit that, unless like that's a signature part right there. You gotta hit that. You
can't
could
short
fucking
that.
change the entire solo up however you fucking want.
Yeah.
But that's like those signature key
Yeah.
parts are the ones that's what people, here it comes. That's what people listen for. And if it's not there, they get fucking annoyed as
Oh
shit.
yeah.
That's
I've heard some bands try something different. It's like, nope,
Yeah.
nope.
There's a guy that scared me. The Rockin' Buffalo, the last show we played. We tried to cover, you mentioned, the Bell Tolls. We played Sanitarium. A
Right.
Metallica
Oh.
cover. Yes, we did it, a Metallica cover. But okay, we're going to try this out. And after that show, the band before us was on a 20-year reunion show.
Oh yeah.
So they had two
Yeah.
bass players, because they had all their bass players through the years, all the guitar players through the years. Like the lead singer, guitar player of this band was a legitimate doctor. I mean, this guy was a doctor, doctor. Not like a doctor of philosophy or English. He was a doctor. Doctor. He was a brain doctor.
Okay.
All right.
Whatever that's. In any event, the bass player, one of the bass players in that band was one of these old school, 50-year-old, long ratty hair guys. Cool ass dude, man. But just an old school metal dude.
Yeah, they were an old thrash band.
Right.
Thrash band from the 90s, I believe.
We're loading our shit out, and he comes out, and he approaches me, the typical, hey, good job thing. That's what I'm expecting. But he stopped real stern, faced me, and he goes, you know what the thing is about covers, man? You either do them right, or you can really piss a lot of people off, man. So I thought he was there telling me,
Right.
you guys fucked this up, man. But he said, you guys fucking did it right. He never changed his freaking candor, man. His candor was the same from the
The
beginning.
old burned out cadence.
That 15, 20-second little exchange, was, fuck, this dude's going to tell me, because the way he was delivering it was, you asshole, you sucked at that.
Right. How dare you cover that song?
But he finished it with that. It's like, all right, man.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, I try to, when somebody's talking to me, I try to match the psyche, right? You're talking to me in a certain vein, and I'm going to be in that same vein. That psyche. So I was like, oh yeah, thanks a lot, dude. You really try, man. I'm not used to going into that character, man. It's one of the things about being socially awkward, man.
Did you just see that unicorn, man?
No, that's me that would say that. As I come out of the back, dude, you guys see the fucking unicorns walking around here?
It's got a cheeseburger too, man.
Ooh, I like cheeseburgers.
I know,
man.
Are you looking for a place to drop anchor and have a cold one? Come on down to the River Pub, where the drinks are cheap and the atmosphere is good. 6004 Buffalo Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York, where you can hang out inside or enjoy the atmosphere outside on the patio. But also, if you're not just satisfied with a drink, you can grab some grub at the pub, right next door at Submariners.
Where we pride ourselves with amazing quality products with generous portions.
So whether you're looking for food or a drink, follow them on Facebook at the River Pub Niagara, or you can also check out Submariners LaSalle Deli. Stop on in, the River Pub or Submariners, 6004 Buffalo Avenue, Niagara Falls, New York. See you down at the pub.
Dude, that's what I want to do so bad is like just a fucking several set night.
We've never done it.
No, we haven't.
We could play for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah, dude.
Right, I mean, I haven't done it in years.
Yeah.
Like, last time I did something like that, I was still in Lucid Fire, when we used to be the fucking house band in Majunes.
All right.
They would sit there, we didn't have a place to practice, and they said, well, you can come here and practice on stage.
No, we played there once with us too.
Where was it?
With Jones in the falls.
Why? I'm thinking of June's.
No, we played
What's
there.
that place next to 7-Eleven on?
That's
Majunes.
Yeah, we
June's.
It's the old
Yeah.
Palmieri.
Yeah,
So
it's the
Steve and
Palmieri.
Jeans, depending on how far back you go.
Yeah, we played there once. I remember there was
No, I don't think we played there.
This
we
one's good.
Are you
I know.
sure?
That
I
one's
know
down
we
to a
did.
bar.
I'm positive we did. It was a show that there was this one band before us that this guy had what's the fucking word for
When did we play there?
years ago?
I
think
definitely
Denny-
remember.
Denny was
Denny
still,
would've had a
Denny
band.
was still in the band.
Because
Yeah.
Check One Two
Like,
used to play.
I
there.
definitely remember playing with you guys there at one point. I think that's when I was in Lucid
there
Fire.
there was a band with this one dude with dreads and shit, and he had. Oh, I remember he had. What the
Was
fuck
it
that?
Stem, wasn't it?
No. It was whatever that
I was about to say,
fucking.
back then, the only other dude with dreads in the falls was me.
No, there was.
No, there could have been Russ from STEM or Joe from STEM. I'm trying to who else
It's,
had fucking dreads.
I think it's African American fellow. He had.
Oh, remember he was sick that
Yeah,
night.
he had what bronchitis.
He
He,
was
had
sick that
bronchitis,
night,
and he said that he had bronchitis.
I
and shit.
remember now.
Yeah,
I remember now. He was
Yeah.
a fucking maniac too.
yeah. That was. I don't remember the name of that band, but they were a good band. I remember enjoying them.
I remember enjoying them visually.
Yeah.
When it comes to audibly, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier. You hear so many bands.
Yeah.
You remember a band from a conversation
Mhm.
or something visual, or maybe they had that one real killer tune that fucking you remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's the hardest thing to do as a band, isn't it? To write that really catchy kill.
Right, that one that like people are like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's usually like the simplest fucking idea.
The one that you wrote and just fell together in the room. And,
Yeah.
And it was written in one practice.
Yeah,
Or it's the one that you all look at each other, okay, it's a good song, but this is the one everybody's gonna fucking hate, or
Yeah.
this is the one this is where, alright, it's that song, we're gonna go grab a beer, have a smoke.
right.
Yeah.
And that's the one that everyone's, dude, that song is amazing.
Yeah.
Really?
The one.
That fucking one? That song right there?
That's when we stopped
It's
doing it that way.
that's
We
that's
stopped writing for an audience.
Yeah,
that's
no.
Charlie for us. That song fell into place like
Yeah.
super quick, and that's one that people
Off the
get.
CD.
Some people get pissed off. We don't play it at a show.
That
I mean,
one
that's-
is one of my favorite songs from you guys, and then the other one is Incomplete.
Oh, nice. That's one that we don't play live too much because
It seems
by
slow.
the end of it, like people like don't know what to do. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, I guess I'll clap. It's like at least that's what we feel when we're done playing. It's like I guess we'll clap. We love that song.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's something we started paying a lot more attention to is how we end songs. Because
Yeah.
when songs end sudden,
Mm-hmm.
people didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
Right.
The original.
Exactly.
But if you do a fade out and a roll out and extend it, they know the song's ending.
Yeah,
And
you
then
do
they'll
like
start
that fam.
cheering, right?
Yeah.
Then they'll start giving you some love, man, because they know the song's coming to an end, man. But too many of our songs do that.
Yeah,
And
that
that
I think
note.
that one ends on just like an open chord, and it's just like do do do.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah, but
Alright.
what? How long is it going to ring out?
yeah.
That one, and then because, bass brother to bass brother, empty thoughts.
See, we don't. Yeah,
Well,
we don't.
play anymore.
Yeah, a lot of the ones off the first CD we don't play anymore. There's one song in particular off that's a Human Target. We never play that anymore. We stopped playing that years ago. I've had a couple people that have been like, "That's my favorite song. When are you gonna play it?" I'm like, sorry, never.
How many times have we played that out, Jay? Twice?
We haven't. With
Denny?
With Denny, we played it a few times, but we have never played it out with Chuck.
Nope. They haven't played it
And in at least
6 years.
in 5 or 6 years we haven't played it. But
So when it comes to writing, how do you guys usually approach it? Like, I know some people, they like, especially like lyrics, some people have like a notebook approach. They've got notebooks and notebooks of lyrics, and they just, okay, we've got music, this one. And then I know some people, like myself, it's, you kind of go in, like, you kind of come up with the riff, and you kind of go with it from there. It's never anything really pre-written. So how do you guys usually approach writing? Is there a certain one way?
We've tried a couple different ways. The majority of the first two albums, I've been riffing out since I was 17 years old. So I just riff out, and you hum little ditties, right? And you try not to be staccato. If the riff goes 1, 2, 3, 4, you don't sing "I want a cake." You know what I'm saying? You're trying to fit different syllable counts into your vocal style. So 90% of the writing comes that way, with me just riffing out.
yeah, a lot of times it's I'd say about 80% of the time is somebody comes down with like a riff that they've like just one part of a riff that they like. This sounds cool, and then they play it, and we're like, yeah, it does sound cool, and then we'll kind of start working with it. Once in a while, it's sporadic at jam, like Roll, one of the new songs. That one was just me fucking around at practice, and then it just kind of turned into something. Lyrics, I don't know how that works. You, Bob,
100% me.
Yeah, like, I don't.
100%. Actually, I take that back. We had a song on the last album. Chuck had a couple poems that he had written years ago.
Yeah.
Sins of the Father on the last CD came from Chuck.
And that was a very personal one for Chuck, too.
Yeah.
Those lyrics. But I feel like we come up with a riff, and then you kind of
turn into a song.
Well, but you go through, like, I don't know, you must have it written down, or Chuck gave you the lyrics, and then it just kind of worked into that. And then you kind of, shape the lyrics to work with the song, kind of.
That was Sins. And there's one other one I can't think of. There's two songs that were batches that came directly from Chuck.
Mm-hmm.
One was Sins. Lyrically, I'm an endless. I write the same song over and over again. It's the same introspective shit, it's just life.
Mm-hmm.
I've got, like you just said, I've got notebook after notebook of just ramblings written down. And it's the same, it's the thought of the day. It's pages of people's diaries, man. That's what any song is. It's just a note, right? That lyrically, it's never been a problem. Lately, because I don't like writing the same song over again, I'll just blurt something out, and these guys will come up with 1 or 2 words or 3 words.
Mm-hmm.
And that sends me on a course.
Okay.
Just the idea, like Trip. That was
Yeah.
either you or Rob.
Right.
Either you or Rob said that it's one of our newer songs. I was just using a few choice words because of the syllable count in the chorus because we were working a song out. And a few nice words fit repetitively into this chorus that I was able to take that and create a whole song out of it. Now, musically, the first album, they riffed out
The first album was mainly...
It just riffed out at my kitchen table. The second album, it was about half me doing the same thing. Now Rob really started to get involved in the second album, and a lot of times he would just bring a riff down,
build off that,
and we would, as a band, build off that riff. And bridges and choruses. This is a really good thing. This is a really cool thing. Me and Rob will say it all the time. The riffs that we end up using, he feels like he wrote them because we're so.
You guys got
in tune almost.
Yeah.
We're so locked musically.
Yeah.
Like he feels like he wrote. Like I wrote that song. I wrote that song 4 years ago. It's like because they're let's face it, in a lot of heavier bands, it's the same riff over and goddamn over again 1,000 times. But we have a way of taking it and twisting a little bit, and I think that's why we have a slightly different sound with heavier. But we're not all the way. We're not there. We're not all the way heavy.
Yeah,
right,
you know that's a problem we run into playing live shows. Either we're the heaviest band or we're not the heaviest band. But it's hard to find those bands that like
all those heavy
we mix
bands,
in with perfectly.
All those heavy bands have stopped fucking with us anymore. They don't ask us anymore, or we don't fit their bill or whatever reason. I don't know. But early on, because of the band name and the logo, when they don't know who we are. They're looking for baby bands, fill a slot. They call you up, and they find out who we are, and you don't get invited anymore. That's fine. Okay, we didn't want to anyway.
Right.
We're trying to get out there and have fun. You know,
Absolutely.
we're not going to push it.
Right.
So conversely, what I was getting at, Rob could bring a riff down, and it'll start a whole song. Right. I can take a one riff and create a song out of it.
Okay.
At the same time, I can bring down all the singing verses. Because we write, singers write, right? So I got a lot of singing verses, and I can't find a bridgey part. So Rob, the other guitar player, being so in lockstep, he's got something that it could be diametrically opposed, which is a good thing because it still fits the song.
Right.
It's a great riff, but I would have never thought of that because it's Rob, not me. It came out of his brain, so we get great songs that way. And every now and then we get tons of shit from Jay. Like,
so I do a lot of input on like just song structure. Like this.
Jay being the young guy in the band, the younger guy of the band, he's more in tune with modern days, and plus he's also the little old man of the band. So best of both worlds, man. He's the guy. I'm telling you, man. We're going back 10 years when he was 19, 20. We're playing out at bars.
Yeah.
And he's the guy at the bar with the shot and the beer. And I'm acting his age, running around like a goofball, and he's that little old man. And a lot of times we get stuck on a riff, or we're beating the shit out of something. Jay will process it, where the other three of us in the band are looking at each other and beating it to death. Jay speaks up and corrects us.
Because I got a model that's like this. After a certain point, once you got enough of the things in place, the song kind of writes itself. And like there are a bunch of songs that we've worked on for a long time, maybe even played out, but then we stopped because it just felt like we're forcing too many different parts into something, and we're not letting the song just do what it needs to do. Like,
right. You're not letting it speak for itself more.
Yeah. Because after a certain point, like the song just writes itself, and like
all the good ones write themselves.
Yeah. And that's the part that I really think that I contribute to the band is really just being a quiet listener and then trying to
help build the structure of the song.
Yeah, it's almost like it's as a band, you're one unit. So he'll watch us all struggle with these parts. The drummer. Our drummer's very analytical, try to process everything. Rob will sit back and almost anything goes with Rob. He'll try to make anything work. He's under the belief that, just like Jay's saying, develop it long enough and it will go. Me, I'm kind of in between, man. I'll either hate something or I'll love it. If I hate it, I will speak up. This can't go. This is just... I'll let it go a little bit out of respect for everybody else because somebody else is feeling a vibe that I'm not on yet, right? Yeah. So once everybody's vibing on it, we're playing the part, that's when I'll speak up when if it still really bothers me a lot. But that's the balance of the band. We have all these pieces, and that's why it works for us.
It's kind of like looking into a mirror. with our
Yeah,
band.
right.
Well, isn't that any good band?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, like exactly what you just described is pretty much how we are too.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I've been in bands where, I've been the solo input, or somebody else has been like, no, I wrote everything. This is what you're gonna do, and man, what a miserable experience.
You don't
There's no fun. Like when nobody else is putting in any effort, they show up and it's like, okay, so what do you have for us to do?
Nah.
Well, that's no fucking fun.
No.
Come on, play with me a little. Play with me some.
Yeah.
I want some back and forth.
At that
Tell me
point-
this sucks.
At that point, you're just a hired gun. Like there's no
Sure.
Right.
you know.
We all gotta
And-
leave that song at the end of the day all enjoying our parts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think we definitely have that with our band too. I mean, yeah, I've got notebooks of lyrics, but honestly, he'll even tell you I barely ever touch them.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like absolutely stuck on something, I can't find a line to fit somewhere.
Mhm.
I'll like flip through like those 3 words right there, and I'll build from there for
Isn't
the
that
rest of the
great?
line. I barely touch my
It's like
notebooks.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
So conversely, where I was going conversely ago,
Mm-hmm.
we have had songs, the ones that don't fall together, that
yeah.
we've developed over the course of a year,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and they turn out, and there's no formula, man.
Yeah.
So how you ask the question? What is your writing?
Yeah, how
what's
you
your
approach,
writing
yeah.
process? We've had them; they just fall together,
Mm-hmm.
or we've had songs that are just 2 riffs that we say it's only going to be 2 riffs because it's meant to be this, and then we've had songs that we've worked and worked and worked.
And another thing is just from playing together for so long. There's songs that we like. There's real old songs that we'll have on like old live recordings that we don't like. We stopped playing them because there were cool parts to it, but
Yeah.
as a song they just either got cheesy or they just
Yeah.
weren't right, and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll stop playing them. Then we'll keep certain parts on the back burner, like our favorite parts of that. And sometimes we'll go back to them, sometimes not. But we got a shit ton of songs that either we stopped playing or like either stopped playing out live or we played in the practice space, and then we just kind of just isn't working. It feels too forced. We just stop playing them.
Yeah, that
But
goes
I think
back.
that's a good thing about us playing for so long is now, like earlier on, we probably would have just forced it and then said, all right, that's the
And
song,
played it.
write it, or song, play it. But now we're like, I don't know, we take more time with our stuff.
Well,
And
we're not in that rush anymore because
No,
back
we aren't.
then
Yeah.
we were at we gotta get material, we gotta
Yeah,
get material, we gotta
yeah.
get material.
Yeah.
We're being 150-year-old band now. We have enough material that we don't have
Right.
to force anything. We got plenty to fall back on.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
We can go and take most local shows. You're getting 30, 40, 45 minutes.
Right. Occasionally an hour, depending
Yeah.
on.
And we will pick our best 3 off this album, our best 3 off that, our best 3 off that, and maybe this cover and that cover and that cover. And you got a set. You got your A set, right? That's the beauty of being an original band.
Hell yeah.
You nitpick your best. Like Jay was saying, our early days, we really forced a lot. We've got probably another album's worth.
Oh yeah, we
Of
definitely
shit
do
we
have
don't
another
play,
album.
man.
That's another album's worth just on stuff that nobody's ever heard. And there's stuff that we played out. If I went back to some of our old stuff because we got a shit ton of live recordings that friends have recorded
We
and
record
stuff
all
that
of them.
that I need to go back to because there's a lot of old songs that we just don't play anymore.
It's your riff garden.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, man.
As I see guys like us, you pretty much find a way to record the audio for every fucking show almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I always bring like that little fucking recorder right there. I just find a spot in the room,
Yeah.
I set it up, I hit record,
Yeah.
and then I was joking like a month or so, like we got a fucking vault of live recordings.
Yeah.
And we could be like Metallica and just start putting them out there for
dude,
free fucking
seriously.
download.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That, and then recently I just fell into these little knockoff GoPro things. Get them on like $30 on eBay.
That's all. Yeah.
Right, set them up somewhere. Got yourself a YouTube video,
Yeah,
splice
dude.
it with that audio. It's
Yeah.
terrific.
Isn't it all the same though? A hobby. We're back to that. At great risk of sounding like a lame brain. A hobby's a hobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
We love what we do. When you start out with, unfortunately, as a band, you don't get to really fully enjoy your hobby unless you're playing out.
Right.
Unless you want to be, unless your goal is to never leave the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So you invest a lot of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right, into making a product, man. So I'm still back thinking about all of our early music here. So much of it was wasted, man.
Oh.
Not wasted, but rushed.
Rushed.
Nowadays, like everything you're thinking of right now, that we're thinking of, we're talking about, if any one of those songs was right now on our palette right now, and we were working on it, it would be a song.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be in a hurry to develop it.
No, I really want to go back to some of those old recordings and
Some
like
really good shit.
listen to them
It's
again.
gone
Because there are songs that I don't even remember that we've written.
We do that though. We do that in the room where we'll
Yeah.
that sounds like that one. What is that?
Yeah.
That's that one, you know how that goes.
Yup.
Fuck yeah, man.
I'd either like to go back and take a bunch of those recordings and just release like a shitty live recording
basement
album.
bootleg or something.
Yeah, basement bootleg of like songs that never made the cut.
We got
or
some singles
or
in here, man.
yeah, or even go back and like rework a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. If you want to have more of the Nick and Dan Show weekly, be sure to check them out on YouTube at XM Priory. EXHAM PRIORY. Tuesdays every week.
Now, going back to something you touched on earlier, the name and the logo.
Hmm.
Where did that come from?
Seven Faces. When we started out, we were a 3-piece band.
Yeah.
All 6 months.
Remember the first
Jason Coleman. We were A Reason Why.
A Reason Why. Yes.
And
we played one show under that name.
we
We always hated that name. A Reason Why.
we hated it shortly. It didn't stick around long. And we had a drummer who obviously not with the band anymore. It was myself. I was in a cover band. And this drummer was in a cover band. And he was going to have a baby. So that band was going to break up. And I said, well, great. Best of luck, guys. I'm going to start a heavy band. That's what I want to do. The drummer called me that night and said, I want to be in that band. I want to be in that band, too. You're having a kid. You just broke up the cover band. Which I wasn't upset about too much. Cause
Right.
I was having fun in that band. There's no doubt about it. Because I hadn't played 7-8 years prior to that. So that cover band got me going. Long story short, my brother, Lee, has a little sister. He's a half-brother, not my little sister. My half-brother's little sister is friends with Jason.
Mm-hmm.
So me and drummer were jamming out in Ant's basement looking for a bass player. We can bring Toby down here. So
Yeah, that's my nickname.
Jason went by Toby in high school because he was a little sex slave. You know,
That's what Jackie said. No, that's not a true story. That's not a true story. Jackie,
bring it out.
you motherfucker. Jackie. That is not a true story of how I got. That's not a true story of how I got that name.
So I mean, bring back. That's not a true story. We'll establish that. Anyway, Jay comes at 18, and why we do music? Me and drummer guy said, we need a reason why. Jason's the reason why. You know, he was a young man.
It first was the reason why, and then I'm like, well, I don't want to be.
He doesn't want to be the.
We'll be an. I actually heard this from a perfect circle. It was either Billy or Maynard said something about they're an a band, not a the band.
Yeah.
So I got that in my head. So that's why I'm like, I don't want to be the reason why. If we're gonna stick with it, let's just at least be a reason why. So it's a little bit better. But yeah. Anyways, then we get into changing the name.
So back to Brother Lee. My brother Lee.
Yeah, get me into the band.
Jay's established in the band now for our one show we played, and maybe we got a dozen practices, maybe 2, whatever. No gigs. Maybe that one.
No, that one.
Another
Yeah,
part.
that one.
Anyway, my brother's wife was an absolute fucking basket case. And he walked up the stairs when he was down in our practice room. We were riffing out the one day, and he had a big argument with her on the phone, big blow, and he's walking up the stairs stomping. That bitch got a different face for every fucking day of the week. Fucking 7 fucking faces. We heard us pause, and he turned back around, came downstairs. That's the name of your fucking band, 7 Faces.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the name of our band.
All right.
It was almost like that. Not quite, but
Yeah,
something along them lines, man.
See, I read too far into it. I always assumed it was something around like the 7 Faces of the Soul kind of thing.
Nope.
Oh,
No,
think about it.
crazy bitch.
So Crazy Bitch had 7 faces, but we made it work for us in conversations with people through the years. I mean, aren't you a different person on Friday than you are on Monday
Oh, yeah.
or Sunday night?
Mm-hmm.
We all got 7 faces, man.
Mhm.
The day of the week, there's 7 days in a week. We live on a calendar, and the sun sets, the sun rises. We're all on rhythms.
Yeah.
We all have our circadian rhythms and our equinox rhythms and our solstice rhythms. But the roots of it are there's Monday through Sunday.
Yeah.
We're all a little different.
But
every
there's
day,
also
man.
a fun thing with the band, because I've had fun with the name, and people ask me, and I'll give them a different answer. 'Cause, I mean, it's very
Like I said, we
ambiguous.
make it work, man.
It's very ambiguous, so you can kind of, say what you want.
Right.
Even there's an old movie called Seven Faces of Dr.
Yeah,
Love.
but we've researched
And,
it since then and found this.
That's a good movie. That's a
And
good
Slayer
old
has a song
movie.
called
Yeah,
Seven
yeah,
Faces.
Seven
Yep.
Faces, yeah.
Which I don't know how I didn't know. I stopped listening to Slayer for about 8-10 years of my life.
Yeah.
And the last album I bought from Slayer was South of Heaven.
Oh, wow.
So that's going
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right. All the time.
So I missed Seven Faces.
But yeah, in a nutshell, that's kind of how we got the name. And then the logo, that's from Chris Mertz. See, we kind of,
Tattoo artist in North Tonawanda.
yeah.
Okay.
Chris
Yeah,
Mertz,
you're
who's banging
more-
Jackie.
Okay.
He's a good friend of mine. He's
Yeah.
one of them 7'13", big long red hair Chewbacca looking biker guys. He's covered in ink like this, and he does it all himself. But he's gotten really good over the years. But he drew us that logo.
Yeah, that skull logo.
We talked about taking the 7 skull logo and putting it 7 living faces.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've been talking about that for a while.
For whatever
Just never-
reason, yeah,
never
never came
done
to
it.
fruition. Whatever.
We just,
The original logo is the 7 skulls.
yeah.
I mean, they're all different people. It's just all about having fun, right? Whatever. We like the artwork. That was his first take. We like
Yeah,
it.
that and the 7 Faces whole thing is like, I mean, I feel like even us in the band aren't completely sure what the hell it's all about. We just like, there's a part of it that's like, that sounds like a cool name. Let's go for it.
Right.
And then, there is like some meaning there, but I don't know how much we take it to heart and everything. I don't know. It's a lot of different, at this point, I feel like it's a lot of different things.
Right.
The name.
Hey, at least your name is pronounceable.
Yeah.
And you got, we
Everybody's
picked the
not
most,
like, how do you say that again?
we picked the most unpronounceable fucking name in the whole goddamn
Sam
world.
Priory?
Exam Priory. People, dude, we have heard
Exam
priority,
Yeah, that's the thing, like priority.
exam, priori.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god. My wife was like, you're not gonna get big that way, or nobody's gonna like you. They can't pronounce your name. I'm like, I don't fucking care as long as they like the tunes, they'll be fine.
It's kind of like, have you ever seen That Thing You Do? That movie?
Yep.
Yeah.
With,
The Oneaters.
The Oneaters,
The
yeah.
Wonders.
No, we're the Wonders.
Exactly like that shit. Only Tom Hanks isn't there pushing us along.
All right.
Man, that'd be awesome if Tom Hanks was there pushing us along.
Only if he was in Forrest Gump mode 24/7.
Yeah,
I like that band.
Yeah.
Sorry, pot in the middle of your mosh pit. I may not be a smart man, but I know what good music is. Oh, fucking awesome.
They said it was $1 million song. I didn't see a dime of that money.
Dan, I got you some ice cream. Dan, ice cream.
Bass player Dan, you ain't got no legs.
But you do have legs. Bass player Dan, you do.
I can just go out and just listen to you guys do quotes.
Seriously, we need to get Tom Hanks in on this shit.
Right? Tom Hanks, if you're watching, contact us.
So has anybody interviewed you guys yet?
Oddly enough, it was like a running gag for like the last 3 or 4 interviews. People were like, so we're interviewing you. They went right into it. Like, oh, well, okay then. Like fucking, Jim from
You're
Floozy.
another one.
Jim from Floozy, we went out and met up with his new act. First of all, that was a fucking hilarious shit
Oh,
show.
my God.
But they all said, so today we're here interviewing Nick and Dan. They just went right to a complete hole of the entire thing and ran with it.
Stole it from me? They hijacked it?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Whole time
How
they're
do
in
you
fucking,
think of that?
they're in scrubs and the one's in a,
Coat.
yeah, he's in a fucking, the hospital gown.
Oh, yeah.
They're a guitar player, Justin. We showed up. We went out to Lockport to see them because they've all got fucking 8 million kids and families, so we can have like a 2-hour gap to catch up with them there.
Yeah.
We went out, show up, and Jim let us in. He's like, all right, guys, listen, here's the deal. Our one member, he just had an operation, have his hernia fixed. He's a little out of it. He's drugged up, but we'll be good. We looked at it like, okay.
Yeah.
We go in like the living room, and he's just there, out on a fucking couch, gown, like hospital gown, looking like he's drugged out of his mind.
Yep.
Jim's like, all right, you guys got the camera set up. I'll go grab the boys once they're running. I want to have them walk in like it's a real talk show. We're like, okay, cool. We usually it's just like we start filming and like in the middle of a conversation, the cameras come up. But okay, get him going. He goes out. All of a sudden, they come fucking walking in fucking scrubs, and he comes in a fucking doctor's jacket with a clipboard. Like, we fucked this one up real bad. I don't know where the hell my keys are. He comes in with a fucking clipboard. One question on it. Is she hot? Yes or no?
Which, by the end of the show, we figured out the answer to that question.
But they're like, you guys really fucked this one up.
Yeah.
Look at that, man.
It's not good looking.
You weren't very creative today, Jay.
But then
the best part. Go ahead.
They want to change over. Like, they had them laid on the couch, a little living room set up, and then they had their jam spot over here with, like, 4 kind of like bar chairs, you know. So they're like, so should we move to the interview spot? We're like, yeah, man, whatever, it's your house. He was like, you need help, getting up off the couch? He's like, yeah, So they try to help him off the couch.
They
like
stay in
just
character
had
the whole
surgery.
time.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
the entire time staying in character, help him. And it gets to the point where he's past the cameras, but not past us yet. And we turn, and he's,
bare ass. Barefoot ass naked. And the thing is, I haven't got to editing the video yet, but at one point,
we had one of these
sitting on like
little hallway area, and he
had
ran over.
And he just did a flying leap over it. So at some point, I'm going to get a fucking face full of cock. And God damn it. God damn it.
Fucking blur.
Yeah. Well, it was fucking funny as shit. They got us good.
Yeah.
Because the whole time, like, we're sitting, I'm like, dude, he could have called us. We would have rescheduled, no problem. Like, they sold us on it 100%, but as soon as I saw him come out the scrubs with the fucking mask, I'm like, God damn it, they fucking got us.
That's hilarious.
That's Floozy? That goes right with them, right?
Yeah, well, it's not, it's just Jim now. He's got like a new act with, remember Colors in the Air at all?
No.
They were like another offshoot. They had like McGrainer in them and everything, and it's like a couple of their members, Jim from Floozy, and pretty much like him and his like 3 cousins, more or less.
Pretty much, yeah.
But, yeah, it was interesting. It was very interesting.
That's the fuck kind of band I need. I could just fuck everything, man.
Fuck everything. I got an accordion. We can fuck around with
I
something.
got a kazoo.
Right.
They actually
No. I'll give you my my cigar box guitar.
You got anybody play mouth harp?
No, but speaking of kazoos, man, they had like a little studio upstairs, so they brought us upstairs showing us what they were working on. They have a kazoo with a humbucker pickup in it.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck does
I'm
that
like,
sound like?
bullshit. And I'm
That's a
like,
big
God
ass
damn, it's a
kazoo.
fucking kazoo with a humbucker in
Yeah,
it.
it's not like a humbucker like out of a guitar. It's just like a tiny little.
Yeah, it's like stacked pretty
Yeah.
much. But, like, son of a bitch. And they play us a recording of it. I'm like, that's amazing.
Does it just like augment the sound, or does it like distort or change
Yeah,
up the
because
sound?
the humbucker is a magnetic, and we need a magnetic field to interact.
Yeah.
See, this is getting fucking technical.
I know. Now we're
I
gonna
want to
fucking
do
sit here.
Floozy, man.
Now we're
Are you
gonna sit here
moving
and
the camera?
fucking break down shit.
Where's the camera here? You're never going to top that, are you?
No.
Oh,
Face full of cock and
The
shit.
bar
man.
has been set.
yep.
There's no topping that. Thanks a lot, Jim.
Way to go, douchebag.
This is still relaxing, though. You guys are fucking cool guys, man.
Yeah, man.
We try,
There's
man.
nobody doing this shit in this little town, man.
We
It's,
just want to have fun.
Hell yeah.
And plus, it gives us the opportunity
Even
to
if
hang
you just
out.
go on, what's your plans with this? Is this something that you
Keep
keep
it going as long
happening?
as we have fun with it.
Yeah.
Just like a band, we'll keep doing it as long as it's enjoyable. The
I mean,
moment
look
it
what's
becomes,
happening, man. Just band guys talking to band guys. That's all this is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
A
yeah,
bunch of
that-
dudes that have, I hate to use that fucking curse word, hobby, but this is a bunch of hobbyists talking hobbies.
yeah,
If we were bowling right now,
Yeah.
we'd be drinking beer and bowling.
Seriously.
yep.
If we were hunters, we'd be at the fucking bait tackle shop talking about that trip to Montana next summer, man.
It's going to be a good trip, man.
Somebody's got to do this in this town,
Absolutely.
man. This is good shit.
Like I said, we want to have fun and we
Proud
want
of
to
you,
bring.
man. It's,
I think plus, like, it
wish
just,
I could do it.
to people who do watch, it kind of shows the camaraderie,
Yeah.
you know, that we're trying to bring back to the music scene. Because, like you were touching on earlier,
Look,
you have, like, the metal crowd, and you have the ska crowd.
Yeah.
Right, it's so like the scene is so broken up nowadays. That's
Yeah.
one thing I've noticed since
Yeah.
coming back into it.
Look
Yeah.
what you guys are doing now. Everybody you've interviewed, I know, I'm going to speak for myself here. Next time we play out, it's going to be like we're brothers playing out.
Mhm.
Right,
Yeah,
These
man.
are my brothers in fucking
Mhm.
Exeter Priory, man.
Mhm.
I'm brothers, man. It's just what I'm getting out of this.
Mhm.
Right, but that's like I'm.
So good for you, man.
You know, we're trying to because I remember, and I'm sure you guys can even attest to it. Like years ago, the music scene around here was a lot more together.
I
You
won't
had-
tell you stories about music.
Yeah,
you had
you
fucking
go another
mixed-
hour if you get me going there.
Right, you had fucking mixed shows. You had
Yeah.
punk bands playing with ska, playing with metal,
Yeah,
playing. You don't have that anymore.
Places going way back here, and I won't go on a fucking tangent.
That's the thing.
Places
Like I hear you, Bob, and Chuck talk about shit back in
Continental.
like
I was
the-
gonna
the
say, yeah, the
90s
Continental.
and shit.
I could like
Blind
playing with like.
Melons, the
All the
Icon,
shit that I missed.
the
Right.
Pierce Arrow.
I mean, fuck. I remember playing
Jay,
the
you were-
fucking Continental. Just like you
Doing
had
great.
like goth punk bands on the
No,
stuff. You had
yeah.
industrial
Yeah.
bands on. You had rock. You had metal.
Some-
It was
Yeah.
all different genres. Just
Mhm.
we all had the same goal. Let's get drunk and have fucking fun.
Yeah,
Well, look at it. I said this early on. It probably wasn't recording, but drinking and smoking, or GWIs were a lot more lax back in the
Mhm.
Continental Icon days. Fucking the Scrapyard, man. The Scrapyard. What a cool place to play. Remember the Scrapyard?
Real big, yeah.
Dude, there used to be this big fucking wrecking ball in the Scrapyard
Mhm.
in the
shit.
foyer. Our drummer
Yeah.
bought that fucking wrecking ball. So
Yeah.
when you walk into his
What?
welding
Yeah,
school,
Chuck has
that
that.
wrecking ball is a fucking centerpiece.
Chuck's got that
No,
wrecking
it's not,
ball.
it's not
shit.
even, it's not even like a wrecking ball. It's like an old like
It's an old
submarine.
war
It's like
bomb or something.
yeah, it's like an old submarine. Like
Everybody
mine,
thought
like,
it was a wrecking ball.
So it's like
Damn.
it's like the ball, but with all the points coming out. So when you came up to it and knocked
Yeah.
into it, then
Oh
it
shit,
just
that's
push in the
fucking
thing and explode.
crazy.
Yeah, he's got that.
He bought it.
Holy
Yeah,
He
shit.
got it for free
Yeah.
in a demo or
Yeah,
something.
he's got it at his
It's
shop.
like if you can move it, you can have it.
It's in a
Yeah.
shop. It's got like a 5-foot diameter,
Yeah, it's big.
and it's a like talking piece, man.
Yeah,
And
it's pretty
we
sweet.
a lot of us remember that ball well. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, your point you're making, the scene, and I hate to say, a lot of people use this as an excuse, and there might be some truth to it, but when you could smoke it up, I remember being in the scrapyard. Let's not get too nostalgic.
Let you get nostalgic.
Going back
I'll be right
200
back.
years ago.
When the scene was a certain way, there would be people like, I can remember somebody laying against the wall, passed out in one club. Or another one where somebody's laying like this, and it's a Thursday night.
Yeah.
And there's 165 people in the club, man, on a Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
And in that club, there was 25 musicians.
Yeah.
Like, all of us would be in that club.
Mhm.
And that's how it used to be. So what's different today? Now, if you read a lot of what's going on around the country, I just read an article from a promoter in Toronto complaining because somebody was complaining about his promotion style.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to throw it back to the bands. Well, I get the venue, I book the you know that whole thing that we read about today, and everybody bitches and gripes about today?
Right.
It didn't exist back in the time we're talking about. And this ain't forever ago. I mean,
we're talking about like
playing guitar today. I was playing guitar then. It was a different. Why is it so different?
Just a different way of thought.
What do you have to do to bring that back? Was it smoking? Was it DWIs?
I don't know.
I'm sure. I know that getting people out. I know that getting people out is hard now because of the fear of the DWIs. You know what? I understand it to an extent. A lot of people made it like really abuse the lax part of it. You know, so a couple of bad apples ruined it for a lot of people. I understand it. I get it. You know, I wasn't a fucking. I definitely put my vehicle through a couple of front yards, but another part, just like, we can come back to our earlier talk about like online everything and that immediate gratification. So many people are. The saying is, you know, we're all so connected, but we've never been so alone.
No.
You know, everybody's so busy with being online, you know, and you've got people live streaming shows now, so where's the incentive to come out? But also, I noticed something else, and I don't know if you guys have caught it too, but bands don't have the same drive like they used to. Like, I know we've talked about it, I'm sure you've done it too. Sitting outside of fucking venues in the pouring rain, the freezing cold. Dude, come to my show. Please make this frostbite in my toes worthwhile. Come to my show. My band's playing out tomorrow night. Like going out to other people's shows. Like, dude. Yeah, like, dude, we're playing this fucking Saturday just up the road. Come on out and check us out. If you like this, I think you'll dig us. There isn't that anymore.
That's the computer, dude.
That's missing in a lot of stuff. A lot of bands like, well, dude, we shared a lot on Facebook. Okay, so what else did you? Well, we're sharing every day.
Facebook is nothing. You can read 1,000 things a day on Facebook.
Right, okay, so like 10 people actually fucking paid attention to it for all the shares you did on Facebook. While as, you know, me, I know him, we approach it the old way. Like, I like going out to local shows. I like seeing the other bands, hanging out with people. I like buying fucking t-shirts and stuff and adding to my wardrobe. Because I like wearing stuff like this on stage. I love having shirts of other local bands so I can wear them up on stage.
It's kind of become our thing.
Right.
Like at least one person in the band is wearing another local band shirt.
Yeah, that happened with us too.
But I like going to local shows because one, I get to have the experience, I get to have fun, but also that FaceTime.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get that online anymore. You get that FaceTime.
Man, this is fucking
where you're sitting there, like
I just said, dude, we're brothering up here, man. You could do really save Buffalo music.
Yeah.
I mean that, like you were saying earlier, that
anybody told you that?
30-second interaction with somebody.
With the intent,
it sticks with you. It sticks, that 30-second interaction that can stick with you for a while.
It could be 3 words.
Yeah.
He said this.
Yeah. Right.
But then they might come out like, hey, that's the dude that I fucking saw the other night.
Yeah.
It just brings them in. You know, and they don't have that online, and people are so focused about this online presence thing. Like, I get that.
How much do we talk about this as a band? Like, what's wrong with the scene?
Well, yeah.
When every band talks about it.
Yeah, when you guys talk about what it was like back in the 90s,
well,
I'm like, shit.
I'm not
it's definitely not like that.
Even talking about the 90s, like, what's wrong with the scene today?
I mean,
there's oversaturation. There's too much shit going on.
It doesn't have to be the 90s. The early 2000s, I even remember being a real great era for the scene, too.
Yeah, even when we first started, we were getting a lot more people out.
I mean, even like when I was in middle school.
Places, dude.
Yeah.
Like when I was in middle school, the big thing that used to happen on the weekends once a month was STEM was playing.
Yeah.
And they went out of town for a couple weeks. They came back. They brought 3 bands with them from out of town. May not have been the same musical style.
Stem was doing it right, man.
You know, you walked in the door at 7 o'clock and you left at midnight. Everybody stayed. Mm-hmm. You know, and going back to like you were saying with the scrapper, there'd be somebody passed out in the corner. We all watched out for him.
Yeah, nobody fucked with him or anything.
Yeah. You know, nobody's going to run through his fucking pockets and see what he has.
Community, man.
You know? And that's what, somewhere along the lines, it became broken, where metal bands were, you're not heavy enough for us, so we're going to take our little 6 bands, and we're going to go here, and ska bands didn't want to play with the metal bands with the mosh pits, so we're going to go over here, and punk rockers went this way.
Right, which is idiocy in my mind. Because you might catch something else you like.
I mean, to be honest with you,
Not one person that I know, even the hardcore metalheads, listen to just metal.
no.
Right.
Yeah, no.
They all listen to.
I
There's
know,
always
yeah.
something else that they
Yeah.
check
Didn't
out.
we talk about this earlier? If you're listening to 30 original songs, don't you want 10 of this, 10 of this, and 10 of that?
Yeah.
Why do you want 30 of that?
Be sure to check out today's guest, Seven Faces, on Facebook at facebook.com/Seven Faces, or look them up on YouTube by following the link above. Change forever. Blue December. Cry for something. Mind full of nothing.
Now, the one final topic we want to talk about before we call an evening, we always like to talk about one specific thing. In case you guys haven't noticed, we like food. Eateries, dishes you like to cook, where you like to go to eat, what you guys got going on as far as grub goes.
I have a short, simple answer here, man.
Let's hear it.
We eat pizza in my house 3 days a week.
Yeah.
My kids fucking are so sick of pizza, man. In my house right now, there's 5. One's not in the house anymore, but we got 13, 14, 17, and 20. 20 eats all his own stuff with his girlfriend, but the other 3 are left with pizza 3 days a week. Pizza.
Now, where you get pizza from usually?
If I'm in the falls, pizza and subs is easy, man. It's fucking Viola's. I haven't had Buzzies in a long time, and I heard they might be going the other way, man.
No, I haven't had them in a year or two. The last one I got pizza from there wasn't bad, but usually me and my wife, we go for Mr. B's on High Park.
Mr. B's
Honestly.
is good. I'll tell you who else has got it going. Fucking Frankie's Donuts.
Okay.
Oh,
dude.
Yeah.
We're North Tonawanda. I'm North Tonawanda, so the
What do
best
you get
pizza
there?
in town right now is Jay used to work there, Brando's. Now,
I've heard of that.
we used to order Brando's years ago, and they were so freaking inconsistent and up and down.
Mm-hmm.
After you quit.
Except for when I worked there.
After you quit, dude, it got bad for a while. But the last year, Brando's is the
they
same
got new.
pizza.
They got new ownership. I know the
It's
guy
the same,
that. Yeah,
dude.
I know the guy that
Great.
bought it out.
Year and a
Nice.
half, man.
Actually,
Really
the shows that All West New York Radio puts on, usually it's Stamps that have
Yeah.
Brando's pizza.
It's
Oh,
the
is that
best,
Korean,
man.
is that?
Yeah,
okay.
It's the
nice.
best, man. Brando's and Payne's is really good in NT, too.
Payne's.
Right, Payne's is always excellent.
NT
Isn't that
had
the place where you're
45
going to
pizza
stick the
rates.
dick in the chicken?
Yep, that's where the rape chicken's from.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
I
He
bet
had
that
chicken
pepper
from
stuffed
Payne's. He was going to put his dick in it. He was so happy.
Like
I was so
American
excited about
pizza.
this banana pepper stuffed chicken. I've heard about it, for a long
it
time.
sounds good.
That does
So my
sound
wife
good.
was finally like, well, we're going to go to Payne's. We're going to get this chicken so you can shut the fuck up.
Payne's got good food. man.
Yeah. So I take a bite of this chicken, and she was like, so how's your fucking chicken? Full fucking packed house. And you know how the tables in Payne's are. You're like, I'm just far away
They're
from
on
me.
top of each other.
You know, I was like, I'm going to stick my dick in this chicken.
Oh,
It
that's
was a good
hilarious.
time.
I like it, man.
All right, so Brando's and Payne's now. How about you?
I'm a burger boy. I love my burgers.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like the one place that sticks out for me is Zeb's. Like especially around in Niagara Falls Boulevard. Like I love Zeb's. I've been going there since I could eat free. So that was like since when I was like 10 or 11. And their burgers are fucking delicious. The homemade fries. There's one other place. There's a bar in Amherst, Audubon North.
Oh,
They make
dude,
the
I
best-
drive by there every fucking day.
Dude, they
Good?
make the best fucking homemade fingers. And
Five
they make
Guys
homemade
burgers.
fries. Dude,
That is
Audubon,
good.
Five Guys is good. I like Five Guys. but-
Audubon fingers, homemade fries, and they make their own blue cheese. Their blue cheese, I'm a ranch guy, but this place, I love their blue cheese. I will eat their fucking blue cheese just straight. And that's a
He's
fucking...
going to double finger that shit and swoop it right in.
I'm buying a beer from man.
Actually, I think we might be out of this. Oh, wait, no, there's more still.
Are you on?
No, there should be more.
But that's
No,
a,
you're-
that's a
oh,
test
you're
to
not
how
Us,
good
Ashley,
this
you want
is.
to grab me one too?
I will eat their blue cheese. Actually, I'll change it from Zevsa. Chicken fingers from Audubon North. Boom.
All right.
It's Cajun barbecue. That's the way to do
A
it.
little parlay.
Cajun
I think
barbecue.
I might have to stop by there after work one of these days.
Yeah,
that
dude,
sounds really fun.
Cajun barbecue on the char pit. Fucking name it.
I literally drive by there every fucking day.
That's like the best bar. That's. You might want to cut this out, but that's a bar that you can go to, and then they got this back shed. You can go fucking smoke pot back there. Nobody gives a shit.
All right.
It's a really nice place.
So you had a Remington burger?
Yeah, but no, I changed it to fucking Audubon North fingers.
So I think I'm gonna have to get out of work at 3 o'clock and drive up by where you are.
You guys
Yeah,
have been to
it's-
Remington yet? In North Tonawanda? On the water?
I've heard of it. I've never been.
It's a nice,
never
it's
been.
a nice
Closer to the
place.
Audubon.
It's a pricey place.
It's a pricey place, but Monday nights, burgers and Beatles night, man. There's two guys that play Beatles music with acoustics. They're
Okay.
really fun, good. They're there every Monday, but they're $12 burgers, man. It's a burger patty that thick. It's a jaw stretcher special, man, and it's that pretzel type bun, man.
All right.
And any other night it ain't worth it, man, because it's your 2 burgers and
Yeah.
it's $50, $60, man. But $12, you get that freaking burger like that, and a massive pile of fries and the pickle and shit, and you listen to the Beatles. There's no way there on Mondays.
I think I might have to go there.
Me too.
there,
I'm,
but-
I'm always searching for the greatest bacon cheeseburger out there.
Dude, you
Really?
add bacon and mushroom on that?
And
dude?
so far, the place that takes the cake is this little shithole diner in Bainbridge, New York. Middle of nowhere that I got a fucking speeding ticket in once when I was driving up from
Because you
downstate.
were hungry and you had to get there quick?
Right.
Well, I went down, I had to go down there to go to court for the ticket and everything. There's this little fucking diner, it's in like an old double wide that they converted into a diner, going straight like rundown 50s style.
Mm-hmm.
Got this burger, just bloody still, so
You
perfect,
like
rare,
a burger?
Yeah.
All right, I hear you there.
perfect
Hell yeah.
rare burger, delicious, all the
What
juice,
guy
the
don't love a bloody
seasoning.
burger, man?
Like, can't trust that motherfucker.
No. If it ain't
Yeah.
bloody, you ain't trust him.
I
Yep.
don't know.
But oh, that Bainbridge, New York. It's the birthplace of Elmer's glue, oddly enough.
Really?
Bainbridge, man.
It's like kind of like central New York, heading down towards
This is my wife's idea of a burger.
No thanks.
That color, all the way through.
No,
yeah,
that's
she's a well
that's
done- a
that's
well done.
terrible.
Well done.
That's terrible.
They don't
That
understand.
ruins it.
When they're eating that burger, do they not wonder why they're chewing and chewing and chewing and chewing?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
not a good burger, man.
No, it's not. Blah. The rattles up.
You should be able to have no teeth and eat that burger.
Yep.
Chew with your tongue and your gum.
Fuck yeah, that's a good burger right
Good
there.
burger. Got juice all over, man.
No, but if you drive past Audubon, go there for some fingers.
I'll be doing
Where
that.
is that? I gotta go there now.
It's on Sweet Home Road. If you're driving down,
Like right near the
French-
bug end of Sweet Home, down by
French Road?
Tonawanda Creek.
you make a left onto Sweet Home from French.
It used to be the Sweet Home Cafe? On the
No,
left side, if you make a
make
left,
a left.
on
You
Sweet
drive
Home from French.
drive down a little bit.
They used to be the Sweet Home Cafe.
If it did, I don't know.
Right by the fucking where the Audubon crosses Sweet Home Road?
No,
dude,
no.
dude, no.
Okay, it's
Further
not-
away.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
you
if
drive-
you're
you're
so
driving
think
down-
Tonawanda Creek.
Yeah.
Know where Tonawanda Creek
Yeah.
runs?
Yeah.
If
make
you're
a
coming
right-
up that and you turn
right
onto
right on
Sweet Home, it's before you hit Robinson.
Yeah, that's the word, Robinson. Yeah, it's before that.
Like it's
It's
before
it'll
the
be on
7-Eleven
right
and
side.
everything.
It's like a dive bar type of thing.
That's not Sweet Home Cafe?
No, dude. No.
Oh,
Is
all
this
about
you know where
north.
the Sweet Home Cafe is?
I kind
No,
of feel like I
that's
wish
not
this was
Sweet
It's
Home.
right
on
there on
Saturday
Sweet Home.
afternoon because we just take a road trip.
Right, let's
Yeah,
all let's see who's right.
I would have loved to fucking
Right.
take
Right.
you guys
What color
there.
is the building?
It's like a beigeish.
It almost looks like a
brown.
fucking. It almost looks like a fucking house that
Yeah, it
got
almost looks
converted.
like
Sweet Home
it definitely
Cafe
does.
was a house, man. It looked like a house,
Well,
big
then,
giant house converted.
Maybe it is Sweet Home.
Maybe
Maybe it
it
was.
used to
All
be,
right.
but now it's Audubon
Different
North.
ownership, obviously.
Right.
Now
If it even
it's,
is.
it's been like that though for a long time though.
I haven't been to Sweet Home Cafe in 15
But-
years, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
But-
try that out. That's
But
close
go there.
to me.
My yeah, what I'd say is Cajun barbecue on the fingers.
We're choosing the beer now.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Tell
those
you guys
we are
are
just
band
band.
brothers.
Yeah.
He knows my Beltrex prescription just ran out, so I'm good for 6 months.
There you go.
Yeah, my herpes just started flaring up, so.
Sharing is caring, dude. Sharing is caring.
It's a gift that keeps on giving, bub.
Guys, it has been a fucking blast having you guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
And now for a song from Seven Faces.
That's all from the Nick and Dan Show for this week. Be sure to tune in on the YouTube channel at XM Priory for Tuesday Antics, plus the full extended version every Thursday on allwnyradio.com.